Hi guys. So I recently started getting interested in role models and how we admire other people and why we need that, because I noticed for myself that at every stage of my life there were people that I looked up to, and even now I definitely need people who have different qualities that maybe I also have but I want more of, or maybe that I don't have at all. And I look at those people and I see these qualities and I admire them, and I kind of motivate myself to become better by doing that. And I was wondering if it's even normal or not, because I think that having like a role model is more of a growing up thing, and since I am a full functioning adult, I thought that maybe this is not the way to go. And I started researching it, and I found a lot of interesting things on the topic that I thought were worth sharing. So first of all, there was an argument that I found very interesting, although I do not agree to it 100%, and it is that what we most admire in people is discipline. So take, for example, professional athletes or musicians or just people that we usually see and admire. We admire the dedication and their discipline in building their body or career or their talent, or doing over and over and over again the things that they're passionate about. And we admire, for example, beautiful people, and it takes time and effort to stay fit and take care of what you look like and what you dress like, and we admire that as well without even understanding, because basically when we admire, for example, athletes or musicians, we admire more kind of how they make us feel, and when we admire people who look good, it's a little bit different and a little bit more superficial in that sense. But I think that it is very important to sort of have role models, but it's also very important to distinguish between having a role model that inspires you to become a better version of yourself and having a person who you are blindly copying and you want to be like them and you want to have their life. Because I know that it's very easy to kind of lose this line and start copying or pretending to be other people, and kind of lose your identity. But the trick with this is that when you copy someone, you are only going to be a reflection of something that is good but authentic. And if you stay authentic to yourself, but you implement some things that you admire about other people into your life, you are becoming a better version of yourself, but you're just staying yourself. And this is the best thing that you can do for the world, because there is only one you, and you don't have to be like a less colorful copy of something else. So what I'm trying to say is that striving for becoming a better person is very cool, and I think that it's why we are here. We all want to become better. We all want to become the best versions of ourselves, physically and mentally and spiritually. And sometimes we get lost along the way because we have all of these people who seem to have it all together, and spiritual leaders and models, athletes, actors, writers, and so many people who we aspire to be. But it's very easy to forget that they're all people, and they also have role models, and they also have bad days and good days. And we need to be very aware of why we admire one person and not the other. What are the qualities that attract us to them, and why we want to spend our time learning more about these people and how they came where they are now. And it is a very wide topic that I can talk about for a very long time, but I wanted to mention the halo effect because I think it's very cool, and a lot of people don't really realize that this happens to them when it does. And basically it is when we see a person that we like and we automatically assume that they are better at things that they might not be that good at. For example, if we see a pretty person, subconsciously, without even paying attention, we would think that they are more trustworthy or more talented or kinder. Or if we see, for example, a person who we don't like, or if somebody does something in the beginning of us knowing them that kind of turns us away from that person, we will treat them differently, and we will process the information that we get about them afterwards in a very different way. So we will react to their actions differently if we didn't like them from the beginning rather than if we liked them from the beginning. And this is why first impressions are actually very important. But what I'm trying to say is that when we admire people, it's very easy to admire just one quality but start idealizing the entire person who has this quality because of the halo effect, and we extrapolate our liking of this person, can you even say that, I'm not sure, to the entire person, and we think of them as more talented and better than us and all of that, which we definitely shouldn't. So what I think is important to keep in mind is not only to not blindly follow somebody and trying to become the second version of somebody who already exists. This is not how you can contribute to the world, and this is not how you make the world a better place. You can only make the world a better place when you are your authentic self and you try to become the best version of yourself that you can be. But also I think it's very important to have several role models. You can kind of create a Frankenstein of a role model like this. So you, for example, admire the looks of one person and the discipline of another person and the talent in painting, for example, of the third person and the inner strength and optimism of the fourth person. And you can, by sort of implementing these qualities that you are aware of admiring into your life, you can combine them together and create a new, better version of the person that you already are. I hope that it makes sense because I say a lot of words, but I'm not sure that there is a lot of meaning behind them, so you will have to tell me. Yeah, so I think that was it. That was all that I wanted to talk about. I hope that you guys are having a very nice week, and thank you so much for watching the video. I love you very, very much, and be nice humans. Bye.